Hello everyone. Today I am going to explain you about the core concept of the verb. Now, through this video, one can easily understand how to identify the verb and how a person should go through any chapter or any content of English. So let's begin with the topic verb. Verb, as you all know, that verb is a word which shows action and it also shows the state of being. So broadly, we can understand the topic of verb in two ways. The first element must be the action words and the other one is state of being. Now, if I want to explain you about the action verb, it means I am teaching. So right now, the action which is being performed by me is teaching. Therefore, this is action verb. Secondly, if you talk about state of being, for example, I am sad. So this is the state of being. So whenever you come across the two important elements, action as well as state of being, you will find the verb, right? Now, secondly, you need to understand how the verb can be identified in a given sentence. So let's begin. Subject plus verb plus object plus complement plus adverbials plus non-finite verbs. So what have you understood out of this structure? That means after each and every subject you will find verb. कहने का मतलब है हर सब्जेक्ट के बाद वर्ब आएगा या फिर either you will find the helping verb or modals, and then you will find the object and then complement and then adverbials. Adverbials is nothing but it gives you certain extra information about time or position. Next is non-finite verbs. So non-finite verbs means either you will find the infinitive form, gerund form or participles form. आपने इस स्ट्रक्चर से क्या सीखा? आपने ये सीखा कि एक सेंटेंस में एक वर्ब होती है, इसके अलावा कोई दूसरी वर्ब नहीं होती है. अगर वो वर्ब है भी तो वो इन तीनों फॉर्म में से होगी. एक चीज और समझ लेते हैं कि कंजंक्शन के बाद वर्ब हो सकती है. कंजंक्शन के बाद वर्ब हो सकती है, लाइक आई ईट एन आइसक्रीम एंड यू ईट एन एप्पल. सो एक सेंटेंस के अंदर ये भी वर्ब है और ये भी वर्ब है. लेकिन अगर कंजंक्शन नहीं होता, मान लीजिए, तो ये जो वर्ब है इस फॉर्म में नहीं होती, या तो ये इंफिनिटिव फॉर्म में होती, दैट मीन्स टू प्लस फर्स्ट फॉर्म ऑफ द वर्ब, और इन द gerund फॉर्म और in the participles form. That we will discuss it later on. I hope the core concept of verb is very clear to all of you. We are going to understand how one can easily identify the verb. So let's begin. So if any word ends with certain suffixes, you can easily identify that it must be verb in form. So the first example is ify or fy. For example, identify. Identify is a verb. How? Because it ends with IFI. So this particular word can be placed only after the subject. Otherwise, you will commit error in framing the sentences. Now, just try to take one example. One can easily identify the mistakes. One can easily identify the mistakes. So here, one subject, this is the model, and after the model you will find what? The verb, but before that it is adverb, right? Again it is the article, and after the article it must be noun in form. You need to know each and every word and how these words can be placed, and these words must be justifying the position. I hope you must have understood the concept of identifying the verb. Second one is ISE or IZE. For example, advise, practice. If the word ends with SE, it must be verb. You will definitely appreciate the two things, that the word advise is in two forms, CE, and practice as well, but these are noun in form. So these two words can be placed after the subject. I can advise you. This is right. Okay. Third suffix will be ATE. If any word ends with the suffix ATE, it must be verb in form. For example, you can concentrate on this lecture. So here, after the model, you will find the verb. Now suppose if I have to use the word concentrate as a noun, then I must have to say your concentration is very good, because you know that after possessive case you need to write noun in form. So this will become noun, right? And the last suffix will be en. If any word ends with en, it must be verb in form, like shorten, widen, right? So if the word ends with the suffix en, it must be verb in form. So I hope you must have understood how the suffix can help you a lot in identifying. Let's take one more example of en. I can widen the length of this rectangular figure after erasing. So I hope you must have understood that how through suffixes one can easily identify.